the worst areas to live in New York City in 2023. At number 10 is Bushwick, and this Brooklyn neighborhood has always been notoriously known for its high crime and violence. And overall, your chance of being a victim of either a violent or property crime while living there are 1 in 40. At number 9 is Tremont, and this Bronx neighborhood is considered one of the lowest income areas in New York City, with the crime rate 200% higher than the national average, and your chance of being a victim of a violent crime while living there are 1 in 35. Number 8 is High Bridge in the Bronx, and this popular location for some iconic films attracts tourists to the neighborhood, even if they're not welcome. But the chances of you being a victim of either violent or property crime by living or visiting there are 1 in 29. And number 7 is Fordham, and this Bronx neighborhood has an assault rate 5 times higher than the national average. And your chances of being a victim while either living or visiting there are 1 in 28. And number 6 is East Harlem, where they have an overall crime rate 2 times higher than the national average. And the chances of you being a victim while either living or visiting there are 1 in 22. And number 5 is Midtown Manhattan, where it's crowded and noisy, along with skyrocketing reports of theft, pickpocketing, and assaults. And number 4 is Bedford-Stuyvesant, or otherwise known as Bed-Stuy. And in this Brooklyn neighborhood, you gotta be on your toes. And while living or visiting there, you got a 1 in 35 chance of being a victim of either a violent or a property crime. And number 3 is Mount Haven, and this neighborhood in the South Bronx has a crime rate 400% higher than the national average. And your chances of being a victim of either a violent or property crime while living there are 1 in 32. And number 2 is Brownsville, and this Brooklyn neighborhood has a murder rate 4 times higher than the rest of New York. And the chances of you being a victim of a violent crime while either living or visiting there are 1 in 36. And number 1 is Hunts Point, and this Bronx neighborhood is one of the most dangerous in New York City today, where they have a reputation for gang activity, drug dealing, and violence. And the chance of you being a victim of either a violent or property crime while living there are 1 in 22.